All right, what's going on, guys? I hope my lighting is good. Hope my lighting is good. Either way, hold on one second. Let me see if this will help. Did this help? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. All right, cool. So I already spoiled the surprise. I already spoiled the surprise. My bad. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of stuff in the background, so I haven't been able to throw videos or do tutorials. Like I said, I got tons of tutorials I've done in the past. Go check them out. Go check them out, right? Um, Now behind me is something wonderful that I did. I'm so impressed with myself. Yo, hold on. Yeah, I'm so impressed with myself. I'm amazed. So, let me get this ready. All right. Let's put this one right here so you guys can see it. Right? So you guys can see it. Bam! There we go. There we go. There we go. I have two companies behind me, actually three companies, in which has helped me a lot. Guys, never limit yourself to one company. Always seek out different ones because you never know what you might need, one might carry, right? So with all that said, man, I'm impressed. So the screen printing room has improved as you see behind me, right? I got ink, and then I got the blue press, which was all four of these, right? I then changed it up and I purchased the Ryonet screen printing. They call it the Pigskins and Pigtail screen printing kit, right? So I went and I got myself three of them, and then I took my converted, I don't know, blue press and changed it up by adding a feature that can hold on one second. I got so many of these. But anyways, let me lean back again so you can see everything. Bend down a little bit. All right, cool. So, um, in one of my screen printings, actually, you know what? I have it dismounted. So, because I have two of them, two extra ones. All right. So, you weren't ready for this. So, when I had the Blue Press originally, it was a carousel style screen printing press, and it took up this whole area. First, it took up most of my original studio, right? And then the office area when I built it, I didn't really have in mind to do this whole like line screening setup. What I had in mind originally was to just do a regular basic, you know, carousel style, just move it from one area to the next. It was great. It was great. Everything was going good. The prints were coming out great. Modified it a little bit so I can be able to have what you call it, all the colors come out as accurate as possible. Started doing work for other people, and then as I'm doing it, I'm like, yo, this is gonna get busy. And then I started adding more equipment, and then before you know it, it looked a little bit busier than usual. So then I said, man, I gotta change this up. So what happened? So what happened was this, right? My screen printing setup changed again. I created the line screen printing setup. Why? But not the traditional where you just lift the screen and the screen already has the attachment on there, and all you have to do is just put it on the actual what's that thing called? On the actual frame. I don't know. Setup, platen, so you can just screen print. I don't know what they were doing. But then when I was looking at Ryonet screen printing kit that they had for the just the regular guy, you know what I mean, the hobbyist or whatever. And I seen this the pigtail pigskins screen printing press. Now the name, I'm not really that big with the name, but I was like, you know what? Let me give it a chance. I bought it, got it in the shop, and then I saw I could do like multiple prints, like multiple colors, but I only had one platen. like one station where you could put shirts. So then I began to say, you know what? I don't really like it. I want to be able to do more. So as I'm looking at screen printing with multiple colors, some screen printing setup from like India, Indonesia, all those countries that's not typically America came up, and they were doing what's called tabletop line screen printing. Well, they were just picking up the screen and moving it from platen. Platen is where you put the shirt, platen to platen. And I said, whoa. And then this one guy went beyond. He did like a roly poly situation where you could just, he had like, I think 10. On the other side, he had another 10. He did like a triangle setup. So it was like 30 sets of 10 put together. It was a three-sided screen printing press. I was like, what the, you could do that? So it got to be a little bit complicated. And I said, whoa. But I like that because I like the fact of being able to go in and like do multiple stuff and just being able to innovate and not have the same thing every day. You can upgrade it, downgrade it, whatever you want to do, right? With the screen printing. So then I got to thinking, I said, okay, let me do that. And then I started learning about hold on a second. I started learning about fractals because he was doing the same thing. So he already had this technology. And then he went beyond and he had this right here, which you can swap out different we call it frames, unlimited colors. And with the tabletop, it was unlimited colors. So I looked at my 4-color 4-station press and I said, okay, the only thing I'm missing is one color for making it a regular press that I could use because I don't typically screen print multicolors. I have my director film where I'll do that, or I'll use my my other like printer, which is the sublimation printer. Everything is right there, so it's in front of me, right? And I'm looking at it right there. So while having all those, and then if I want to do something like a little bit more intricate, but one color, I have my vinyl. So everything was good for me. And then I said, if I add this tabletop line screen printing, I'll be able to do multicolors because when people typically want stuff to be like, when they want 20 run of a shirt, right? That's more like looking into bulk. The printer will print only so much before it starts coughing up like hiccups of messed up, frames, films on the director film. So then screen printing is definitely where it's at. But I can only do 4. So then when I started learning about the tabletop line screen printing, I was able to do unlimited colors. I said, let's go. So behind me, let me show you what I got, what I did, right? But actually, before I do that, let me show you what was the idea of why I have what I have. So when I started learning about tabletop line screen printing, I didn't want to just take the frame and mount everything to it because I already had this, the blue press, and I didn't want to buy anything else. So what I did was I modified it. And when I saw that Ryan had this, and I said I modified my blue press with this. Just went to Home Depot, grabbed some of these, mounted this on there, and then all I had to do was basically this. That's it, basically this. And then once it fits in there, right, all I have to do is just clamp it together, and then I was good to go. Now I have unlimited screens I can do because this one you can put a frame on there, remove it, right? And once you have the stencil on it, all you need is just multiple versions of these, and then you can just do unlimited colors, right? So that was a given for me because I didn't want to get away from the traditional American style screen printing where you just have the clamp go up and down instead of actually using putting the clamp system on the actual frame itself. So now I was able to get multiple versions of these, right? And everything started going great except for my alignment was kind of off. And the only reason why my alignment was off was because I engineered the machine to do something it wasn't really supposed to do. So then I said, okay, well, let me see what machine this frame goes to. And when I looked at it, there was a video from Ryan at Screen Printing. And they had the machine actually being able to screen print. Hold on one second, gotta check something. Okay, I got a little time. So yeah, they had the machine able to do multiple screens just like I wanted to. And you could take multiple clamps, clamp it to a screen, put it to the side, and it'll fit perfectly, right? This guy even did like a multicolor image on a shirt. It was a samurai suki or something like that. And it was great. I fell in love with it. I said, okay, I gotta do something like that too. But then I seen Fractals and I said, I like their setup. What if I combine the two of them together? And then that's what I just did, right? So if you're not able to do that, right, go to fractals.com, right? That's it right there. So FRAQTALS, fractals.com, fractals.com. Just go over there. They already have everything that just connects together. And you don't have to deal with the mess that I'm dealing with, right? But I wanted my setup to be unique and different. So obviously I went out and I did something different, right? So let's put this right here. Actually, let's leave it right here. Let's leave it right. That's where it was. So now with the fractal setup, right? It's basically this would be mounted on top, right? The screen, you could move it all around, right? So his stuff was great, but the way I have my shop already set, I've had already purchased one of these. I had this already on the way, and then the third one was soon to be bought. So I said, you know what? I still want to do the pigtail setup because literally this is meant for this, and I don't have to do any work, extra work. So I got rid of my blue press and I added more of these, right? And then I said, okay, I like how Fractals got his set up. And then I said, you know what? I had a flash dryer. I still have the flash dryer. I got to get rid of it. So then I said, okay, I want to be able to heat press, but at the same time, I want to be able to flash dry stuff, right? But I don't like when I'm doing a flash drying and the machine is on. And while the machine is on, it's literally draining so much power. So then this was the best solution. This was the best solution. So I got this from Vivor. This is what you call a swing weight heat press machine. And all I did was, sorry, it's turning on. The swing away heat press machine has multiple things you can do with it. Let me bring it down a little bit. It has multiple things you can do with it, right? So because of that, the actual base can come out. And this is the actual base. That's the base. Usually would put it here and then you'd heat press on it, right? So it being able to come out was great. So I'm gonna get more of these so I can be able to put it in all four. So if I ever have a day where I want to just do heat press, like direct to film, I can line all four shirts, heat press them, line another four, heat press them, and then just boom, 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 right? So how does this work? All right, cool. So, let's set up. What I did was I purchased this from Amazon, right? And it comes with like wheel bearings that can slide back and forth, right? Everything is mounted on. It's not coming off. Everything is mounted on. So I can slide the heat press from here to there. My range, right? So my range, you can turn it this way, you can turn it that way. And my range is 15 by 15, right? Hold on one second. So yeah, my range is 15 by 15, and I'm able to get all different surfaces. So if I need to heat press something, all I need to do is just load it on the shirt, mounted everything on, heat press it, and call it a day. Now, does this work? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So days I'm not pressing it, this is used as a heat to just hover, right? Right now it's just warming up. It's around 113 Fahrenheit. So yeah, so this heat hovering is good because what it does is it allows the shirt to just feel the heat, but not too much heat. And then whenever I'm ready to put different inks, I can. And then when I'm ready, everything's all set to go. I warm it up. If it feels a little tacky, it's good. And then I just throw the what's that thing called? Uh, Teflon on it, heat press it, take it out, call it a day. And that's my setup from now on, and that's what I'm doing. Now I still have the other office area or studio where it has all the stuff, so I can do like one-offs, all that stuff, right? But this is like my main production area, right? So again, swing away, you can swing 360, right? Or you can just bring it right here. And that's what I've been wanting to do, and I finally did it. That's why I've been away. I gotta do some more samples. I gotta get more of those I gotta get more Teflon sheets and some other stuff to give you the full detail of like what I want to do. But that's what I was able to do. Just wanted you guys to know that. Let me bring this up a little bit. So yeah, so that's what we did. We're able to finish the right. So it goes, in case you're wondering, yes, it does go from station to station. Obviously it's a certain height, and you can make it higher if you want by just turning this. This raises this higher, right, or lower. So yeah, it goes all the way to all four of them, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, so if you want to do this setup, and because this is pretty costly, um go to Fractals. They already have the setup ready to go, and that's all you have to do. Put it into like shopping cart, whatever, purchase it, and when you get home, everything just connects together. As long as you have at least minimum, I think, what, 3 feet worth of space available, you can purchase one. If you have 6 feet available, you can purchase multiple. So it's up to you, right? But the opportunity is there to grow and to stop worrying about the carousel setup that takes up so much room. You can just throw it on the wall, call it a day. My setup is great. I love it. And that's what's been going on behind the scene. You guys didn't know with Levi Apparel. So more is coming, right? I can't do a whole video for you, but more is coming. All right, peace. Like, subscribe.